What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Crime Story Sunday. So today we are going to be discussing Heidi Broussard. This happened in Austin, Texas. Pretty sure a lot of you guys heard about this case as it did make national news. I mean, the person who killed this lady was a sicko, if I do not say myself. And I haven't heard a story like this in a long time. You know how you always hear about stories where people necessarily want to get your baby? Well, this is basically what happened in this story. Pretty much you have someone who is desperate for a child and they will do anything to get that baby. So I wanted to kind of talk about her story since it is really new. And yeah, so we can go down that timeline of what happened, what transpired, and what made this lady kill her friend. That's the worst part. This lady was her friend, y'all. I couldn't even imagine my own friend trying to take my baby because they're that desperate. But you know what? You never know what someone may do when they are desperate as hell. So let's go. So after an extensive 8-day search, y'all, 8 days of looking for Heidi, they were able to find her. Authorities found 33-year-old Heidi Broussard in a trunk. A trunk, y'all. Her three-week baby was found safe but was in the home at the time. Houston area resident Magen, let me make sure I'm reading her name, Magen Rose Frieramusca was arrested for killing and abducting and kidnapping Heidi's baby. So let's backtrack on Heidi's story. So on December 12th, let's backtrack on Heidi's story. So on December 12th of 2019, Heidi and her baby were reported missing. Heidi was last seen at an elementary school where her older child was currently going to school. And that was the last time anyone had seen. And it's crazy because I'm assuming someone took a photo of Heidi, but there was a photo that they were able to find on that day of December 12th. So on December 13th, the next day, Heidi's fiance went out to the public asking for anyone if they had any information on the missing mother and child. And that's crazy because I can't even imagine, like, not only your fiance but also your newborn baby is missing too. Spoke to a lot of area news people in Austin to report for her missing, and then the next day on December 15th he was able to make Good Morning America and kind of get her story out there a little bit more. I mean, I couldn't even imagine like hearing that story and you're in a news outlet and not covering it, because like I was saying, so on December 15th he made Good Morning America and he begins to discuss how Heidi was, how she was an amazing woman, amazing mother, great person all around, and that, you know, just basically pleading if anyone has any information to present it to just help them out, because I mean, can't even imagine my 3-week-old baby going missing, let alone my fiance. December 17th, FBI ended up joining the search. And this is actually really great in a story because you don't hear this too often where it kind of speeds up. I mean, I think about other missing persons, whether regardless of race, you know, this is actually kind of good in this case because it's a mother and a newborn. Then on December 20th, this is when Heidi's body was actually found. And they ended up charging her close friend, Magen. Now that is crazy. And that would make me so mad if I was the fiance, because I'm like, dang, we trusted you, you know, around our friend, you know, around our, you know, we just trusted you. As I was reading different news articles, a lot of people were saying how much Heidi loved Magen. She was a great friend. And this is where, you know, I think that Magen plotted on Heidi. You know, some people, they see the life that you're living and they think everything is glory. And again, when you have people who are desperate and will do anything to have your life, basically have a baby, they would do anything. It doesn't matter who you are to that person. So Heidi and Magen met in Bible school and they began to develop a friendship over time. They've been best friends for a long time. And that was really strange to me as I started to read articles about her, because it was like, dang, like you just do that to someone. But then again, like I said, people are envious of the life that you have and people will do whatever it is to have it. And it's crazy because when Heidi gave birth to the baby, she was there in the delivery room. Like, weird, sicko. So, and in this time, Magen was telling everyone that she was also pregnant. She was due around the same time as Megan. So that's why when I started to read, I later began to see that she was plotting on taking Megan's baby because she wasn't really pregnant. There was no logical proof showing that she was actually pregnant. And the fiance of the fiance of Heidi basically even said like she was a friend. He never suspected that she would do anything like this to them. Other crazy thing is when Megan's ex-boyfriend was questioned, he said he never even seen Megan's stomach. Mind you, she was telling everyone she was 30-some weeks pregnant and no one had really seen her pregnant stomach. And of course, you can hide it with sweaters and all that type of stuff, but you know when someone is really pregnant. Other strange thing is that she brought this baby home to her apartment and he told law enforcement, like, that's the baby that's at my house. And Heidi's fiance says he doesn't believe that this was planned out by herself. But sometimes you just never know. Like, people are really crazy. Like, I remember watching the episode on the ID channel where someone did the exact same thing, but this person was actually pregnant. Like, people do the craziest thing. And there was a case probably last year where a girl was pregnant. She was on Facebook in a Facebook group trying to get baby clothes for her son, and they plotted out this scheme and also took her baby. That's why I said when people want a baby and they cannot physically have their own, they will do whatever it takes to have that baby. And it doesn't matter who you are. If they want your baby, they will plot a scheme because it's easier, because you trust them. You know, you would never think so-and-so would do this crap to you, but on the low, they've been plotting on you all along because 1, they're jealous, 2, they're envious. Megan told law enforcement that she gave birth on December 12th, the same day Heidi went missing with her daughter. Girl, you really think somebody's supposed to believe that? I know you lying if you really think somebody's supposed to believe that. I don't blame Heidi's fiance for saying he wants to look her straight in the eye and say, why did you do this? You know, when we've been nothing but kind to you, nothing but caring. You know, Heidi loved you, you know, as not only a friend, but a family. And you would do such a horrendous thing to her. And now she's no longer here with both her children. So Megan is currently in jail with a bond of $600,000. I honestly believe she doesn't deserve no bond. Because if you plot a scheme like that, there's no telling what you could do. And it just really makes you think like, damn, was she plotting all along when they were in Bible school together? And a friend of Heidi and Megan's basically was saying that Megan was playing it off perfectly fine the week that Heidi went missing. Like, they would keep in touch and she played it off so well that no one ever suspected that she would do this to her. Heidi's mother says she feels shocked and is just like blown away because, again, no one suspected this lady to do this crap. Heidi's cause of death was listed as strangulation. So, again, she probably got Heidi into like a spot and then went for the kill. And that's just horrible. Like, I could not imagine my best friend setting me up to take my child. Like, girl, why you ain't just ask your friend to carry your baby? Like, talk to her, communicate, say, hey, you know, I really want a family. And as a friend, you would try to do whatever to help your friend because you love them and you want the best for them. And it's crazy because an attorney that represented Heidi prior basically was saying like, there was a case against her for theft, but it got dropped because of lack of evidence. And it's crazy because you think about things that people are going to court for, and you thinking like, dang, did we drop the ball on this? Because the attorney basically said he's seen her like 8 times in that time period from August of 2018. I think it's horrible. I think she deserves to sit her ass in jail for a very long time. I don't think she should get an easy way out. I don't think she should get the death penalty. I think she should just sit her little beat butt in that jail and be known as the And I think she should sit in there and think about what the hell she did, because now she has to live the rest of her life in a jail cell without the outside world. And maybe, just maybe, she'll feel some type of guilt for killing a person who cared about her and loved her as if that was her blood sister. So I will be following this as it goes on. I'll do a video of updating you guys like I always do. I'll bunch it in with some other cases as it goes on, because I do have an update for one of the individuals in the Destiny Harrison video that I covered about Carmen Rodriguez. So I kind of want to touch on some things on that. So as time goes on, we'll see what has happened, see how many. I'm pretty sure she's gonna get life in prison. I mean, she killed someone. You know, no one sitting on a jury is gonna find this crazy batshit lady not guilty. And I really hope they don't try to use like, what's the word? Like, you know, when people have mental issues, they try to use that to get them put into like a mental facility. No, she should sit her ass in hard labor jail, get a job in there and suffer for the rest of her life. To do that to someone who you loved, who you claim you loved as a best friend. So guys, until the next crime story Sunday, I will see you guys.